Yes?
Miss Volska?
I'm sorry?
Anna Volska?
I'm sorry, I think you must have the wrong
Miss
address.
Volska, I represent Her Majesty's Government Immigration Service. I'd simply like to ask you a few questions regarding your immigration status in this country.
Thanks very much. Ta-ra now. Did you get the message from your Beth about the wedding?
We did, yeah. She said Friday was the big day.
Yeah, that's right. So is Sinbad still all right for best man?
He is, yeah. Looking forward to it. But Anna's excited.
Not half as much as me. But the registry office just managed to fit us in. Last one before the bank holiday.
What's all the secrecy about?
Well, it's less fuss and... Well, secret weddings are more romantic, aren't they? Well, to be honest with you, we don't want Barry to find out, really. Well, I mean, you know what he's like. He'd want to throw a big do in the nightclub and all that for us, wouldn't he? And, well, to be honest, we're a bit strapped for cash, so we just want to, keep it dead small.
All right. I know the feeling. You're talking to the queen of the cash shortage here.
Yeah, so you'll both defo be there, then?
Sinbad said to say wild shrimps wouldn't drag him away from the telly normally, but for you he'll be there.
Oh, great. So I can start getting everything organised, then?
Yeah, I hope it all goes well for you both.
Thanks.
Very wise asking for proper identification. We could be anyone, really. Not that armed robbery would be my particular forte.
Can you tell me what you want?
It is Anna Volska, is it?
Do I have to answer your questions by law?
Well, let's just say, if you are Anna Volska, we've been informed that you're currently living illegally in the United Kingdom. And if that is the case, we'll have to ask you to come with us to the police station.
And what would happen there?
Well, we'd have to ask Anna Volska quite a lot of boring questions to try and make an assessment of her case.
Would she be arrested there?
That's not for me to say, really. Of course, if you're not Miss Volska, then presumably you have some form of identification to show us who you in fact are. Like a passport, for example.
I'm afraid my passport was stolen some time ago.
Did you report it stolen at the time?
I'm sorry, no.
Was there any reason not to?
I didn't think it was very important.
It wouldn't have been because it was a Polish passport, would it? It is Miss Volska, I presume.
Can I just leave a note for my flatmate so he won't be worried?
Of course you can. We've just got to keep our paperwork in order. We've got an immigration department record showing a Miss Anna Volska as an overstayer in this country, and we've been told this is where she lives. We've got procedures, you see. It's our job to carry them out. It's nothing personal.
Leo, I'm not enjoying that.
You're gonna die, sugar.
Leo, if you want someone to hit, go and hit your dad. He's the one who bought you the things in the first place.
Okay. Will you put these in here?
Trying to read here.
Please.
Gemma, don't stand on my CDs. Oh, come on.
Come on through, love. Just making a coffee if you want one.
Oh, no, I'm all right, thanks.
Beth said you'd phoned.
Right.
Said you had some clothes you needed to pick up.
Yeah, I left in such a rush for Christmas I haven't got half the stuff I need.
Oh, it's a shame you missed her.
Oh, is she not here?
No, she went into town to see if she could pick up some cheap files in the sales, you know, for her coursework. Everything's such a terrible price these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. How is she?
Oh, I don't know. You're the last to find out. She's definitely not been her normal self recently. She's been snapping at me and sulking around the place like a 14-year-old. She's not said anything to you about what's wrong, has she?
Well, she's probably just tired with it being the end of term. I'll go through and get my stuff, eh?
Yeah, help yourself, love. Hey, I did tell her to tell her you were welcome to stay, you know.
Oh, I'm all right at the moment, thanks. It's nice to see my mum for a bit.
It's a shame you miss Beth. She'll be ever so cross.
Oh, wait, come on, Lee. No wonder Marianne's sitting downstairs. He's getting big now, isn't he? Yeah, he'll be able to beat me up soon.
I wouldn't say come on now.
He's already done 15 rounds with Marianne. I think she threw the towel in the end.
I'm not surprised. She's not used to living with kids, is she? Hey, have you decided if you'll be opening up on New Year's Eve yet?
I can't make my mind. I don't know whether to grab the money because it's there or just close up and leave the drunk starving outside.
Let us know when you decide. I'll work it if you want. Haven't heard of any parties yet.
Wait, come on, just leave it out with you. Right, come here, Sugar Ray Johnson. I'll find something to tie you out, aren't I?
All right. You going out?
I feel really bad, you know. I've just had a call from work. There's some kind of panic on and they want me in, would you believe?
Yeah, you're on holiday.
Until 10 minutes ago I was. I'll try and get back by the kids' bedtime. Gemma's watching a cartoon, so she should be all right for a while.
Oh, you're just coming up to plan that trip off the park and all.
Oh, that would have been great. Never mind, eh? I better go.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
You said your passport had been mislaid, Miss Volska.
Stolen.
And we know that you entered the United Kingdom on 22nd of August, 1988.
I don't remember the exact date.
Oh, that's what our records show. The problem we've got now is that you seem to have disappeared from the face of the earth ever since, without the required documentation to allow you to stay legally.
It's just the time went by so very quickly. I kept meaning to sort something out.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law at all?
Of course not. I'm a respectable children's nanny.
Who presumably hasn't paid income tax or national insurance since 1988?
I'm not the only nanny working for very low wages.
So that's how you're currently employed, is it? As a nanny?
I'm unemployed at the moment.
And are you drawing social security benefits?
No, none.
Do you mind me asking, how'd you manage to pay for food and accommodation
My flatmate provides everything free.
in return for domestic services?
Certainly not.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything untoward. Just washing and cleaning.
I just live there. He likes the company. He won't get into any trouble because of me, will he?
I doubt it. He might be able to help you out, actually.
How?
It might take till next week before the Home Office decide what to do with you.
And what happens to me while we wait?
Well, I don't think we'd classify you as a threat to national security, so we probably wouldn't go to the extent of locking you up. Particularly if you had someone who could guarantee you wouldn't go and nip off and start a new life somewhere else in the UK.
Does that mean I'd be free to go from here?
Perhaps if we got your flatmate to come and talk to us, that might help us to decide.
I could give you his work number.
I can't see the Home Office rushing you through the system. In the meantime, if your stolen passport were returned to you, might save yourself a lot of unnecessary awkwardness.
Meaning?
Well, you know where the airport is. I'm sure your generous flatmate would help you to buy a ticket out of the UK.
One way, of course.
I'm all for reducing paperwork.
All right.
I didn't expect you to be here, but Ron said he'd seen you come in earlier on.
Well, where did you think it'd be?
At home, avoiding him.
I didn't have any news about Daytona, did he?
Nothing new.
I wish I could stay at home. I hate risking having to see him every day.
I know the feeling. It's really doing my head in working in the shop with him. Every time I see Dee Dee, my mouth goes dry. It's getting so I can't face going in for my shifts.
Town busy?
So. Getting too old for traipsing around the sales.
Any bargains?
I've no idea. Every time I look in a window, I keep seeing poor little Tony's face. I can't get it out of my mind.
I keep dreaming about it. I keep seeing it happen.
Why did you have to get dropped up, eh? I knew there was something going on the day we fell out.
I haven't got an answer, love. I wish I had.
Why couldn't you just get legless drunk at the wedding, do it like you've done the rest of your life? How are we going to face people? How are we going to live our lives knowing what we know?
Oh, we'll get by. We always have.
Aren't you due on at the flower shop soon?
Yeah, but I'm starving. It's going to be terrible having to pass the pizza place.
Don't even think about food, Kate. We'll go without food till the devil starves inside us. If he's got nothing to feed on, he dies. Why are we conducting this vigil? So the devil knows that he must die and that Jesus will live. Be strong, Kate. Be strong.
Did Ron say anything about me not going into the Aussie on Christmas Day?
I told him how poorly you were.
I appreciate that, love.
I hate lying for you.
And for everything else you've done for me this past week. I do appreciate it.
Sounds like I'm going to get a big presentation gold clock in a minute.
I'm serious. You know, you could have just dumped me, but... Well, I appreciate you standing by me.
I got you a present.
For me?
Yeah. They're from the Citizens Advice place in town.
What for?
For you. The different leaflets telling you about the different kinds of drugs that are about. And about the different kinds of addictions you can end up with.
Oh, I'm not a drug addict.
How do you know?
Well, do I look like a drug addict?
I don't know what a drug addict looks like.
Well, it doesn't look like me.
So what does one look like then?
You've seen all those adverts, haven't you, eh? All them screwed up kids sniffing all sorts in underground car parks and that.
It's not just kids who go on drugs. If you need help, we should get some for you.
I don't need help.
Well, I think you might. If you've got a problem, well, we need to deal with it.
I haven't. I just had a one-off bad experience and that was enough for me, okay?
You put Tony Dixon in a coma and Frank Rogers in his grave. You can't pretend it didn't happen.
I know what happened. Do you think it crucifies me every time I think about it?
Just have a look at them. Got to get to work at Ron's.
I'm addicted to life. Not some rubbish drugs.
I hope so. I hope so.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I've come to see if you finished work yet.
Well, not really, no.
Hey, they're not paying you for reading a book and drinking coffee, are they?
Not exactly.
Right, then, come on up to the park to fly this. All right, come on, kids, don't worry, I'll get a gear together.
Wait, hang on a minute. Look, what are you doing?
Oh, easy, me.
Look, I'd rather you didn't touch anything.
All right, then I'll tell you what, you get your gear together, we'll go and wait in the car.
Mick, I'd rather stay here if you don't mind.
What, you'd rather, or you've got to?
This is going to sound really awful. I've just had enough of the kids being under my feet all the time. I wasn't getting the break I needed.
You should have said I've kept them quiet.
Can't stop them being kids. I'm sorry, they were just really getting to me. I spent 20 minutes this morning wiping jam off my CDs.
Hey, now who did that?
It doesn't matter who did it. It just made me want to go back to my flat for a couple of days just to get some space.
She wouldn't have to do that. I know they can be a bit much. I'll tell you what. I'll take them to the park and run the legs off them and get them to bed early. That'll make you feel better, won't it?
Making it sound like I'm ill or something. I just want to be me for a while.
Without Leo knocking your head off. I do know how you're feeling. Even parents get kidditis, you know. I'll tell you what, you go back to your flat and do whatever you want to do for a couple of hours. I'll get these little monsters to bed early and I'll cook us something grown up, eh? And you just come round when you're ready.
Okay.
Right, now you two, apologise to Marianne for getting jam on her CDs.
Sorry.
Okay. Honestly, I'm really sorry to have just run out on you.
Yeah, cope. Well, better get off and fly me kite. Come on, kids.
Hiya. All right. How's it cooking in back? Yeah, you? Not bad, you know. Do you want a chewy? No, thanks, I can't. You're on a diet, are you? No, I'm fasting. What? Fasting as in no food? Till New Year.
And what for?
It's hard to explain. But having a prayer vigil, me and Simon and the others.
You're right. A prayer vigil. Sounds a bit weird.
It's not actually. So, how are you then?
Hungover. I went out last night and ended up legless. Couldn't stand everyone in our house walking around with long gobs on them crying over our Tony. It was doing me head in.
Still no better news?
Nothing now. I hate seeing him like he is.
Well, we could say a prayer for him if you like.
Well, I don't know if that sort of thing does him any good, though.
Well, it shows people care, I suppose.
OK, yeah. Anyway, how's Sam and the rest of your vigil aunties?
Hungry.
I couldn't handle that. I like my food too much.
It's hard work, honest.
So how come you let yourself get roped in?
Because I'm past the group now. I was baptised on Christmas Eve.
What?
I was baptised. It's dead good.
Oh, Casey, you want to be really careful, you know. I mean, they could be brainwashing you or anything.
No, they're not. We're just like one big happy family, that's all. They're just dead good friends. Especially Simon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How good?
Good enough for me to sleep with them.
Oh, you've not?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
Oh, no, Katie, you sure? Do you remember all the hassle Leanne had getting pregnant?
Yeah, well, I'm not Leanne. How much are these?
£2.59.
We'll have 2 packets, please.
2? Casey?
All right.
Not really.
What's the score then?
They're releasing me.
Well, just like that.
With certain conditions, like reporting regularly to this place.
I thought they would have had you on a plane out the country by now.
So did I. They've told me to wait here.
So what happens now then?
Well, all the paperwork has to go through to the Home Office. I'm really sorry for dragging you into all this.
It's all right. They shouldn't be treating you like a criminal. How did they find out where you lived?
Someone told them. Barry, maybe.
Oh, I doubt it.
He found out I was on the pill.
What? How did he find that out?
OK, Miss Volsker, you're free to go, as long as you report back here every 3 days till we contact you again. We'll be in touch. Or not.
What did he mean or not?
They've given me what they call an unofficial option. They want me to voluntarily deport myself.
Aye, Keith. Got your street sweeping now, have they, eh?
Just cleaning up after your punters. You got some right ones in there.
Oh, like you mean?
Like that lad you were just talking to.
Who?
That scally you've just let in. He's into all kinds.
All kinds of what?
Whatever you want. If you want to inject this, smoke it, snort it, whatever. He's your man.
You're joking, aren't you?
Oh, you don't have to believe me. I just thought it might be good for you to know.
Hey, nice one, Keith. I'll keep my eye on him, thanks. I'll see you.
Ta-da.
Thanks. 4 days is a long time to go without food, isn't it?
You're drinking lots of water, aren't you?
Gallons.
You'll be fine then. Come in here and get some rest.
You two look underage tonight. Know what I'm saying? Now beat it and get lost in the crowd.
The vigil's not over yet, Kate.
I'm sorry, I never thought.
There'll be time for us when it's all over, don't worry. We're not here for sex. We're not here for the devil to win us with his sins of the flesh. We're here to starve out the devil. Not to give him easy victories. Then there'll be time for us.
amazing.
Yeah, well, I hope you're hungry because I am starving.
I don't deserve this, not after today.
Oh, yeah, you do. For putting up with me and the Johnson Junior Demolition Derby team without ending up in a straitjacket.
There's no strings attached to this, are there?
Well, not unless you want to write me out a big fat cheque for the sports project by way of a thank you.
I'll go home now, shall I?
Oh, I'm sorry. Lift the load of bill, that. It's a coin and boxing phrase.
I'll go.
No, shut up. Let me sit down. There you go. To start practicing, actually.
What for?
Well, I've been thinking while I was cooking. I still haven't had a flat warming party for this place. So I thought we could clear the kids' toys out the way and invite a few friends round for a little soiree. And do whatever consenting adults do in public on New Year's Eve. With the kids fast asleep, hopefully.
Sounds good to me.
Come in, it's open.
It's only me. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's no bother. Run out of anchovies again, have we?
No, I was just wondering if you'd decided whether you wanted me to work on New Year's Eve, yeah?
So what do you think?
Well, we're going to need someone to change the tapes.
How'd you fancy a night off?
And an invite to a party.
A party? You're talking to the party going of the year here.
Yeah, and you can bring a mate.
And a bottle.
I'll bring me granddad, then you'll have someone your own age group to talk to.
Get out! That's nice being grown up for a change, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
I'm beginning to wish I'd never come to this country in the first place.
Oh, don't say that. You'd never have met me then, would you?
Well, maybe I should have just tried a bit harder to make my stay here official.
Oh, you shouldn't have to live your life tied up in some bureaucrat's red tape. We should be able to do what we want and be with who we like. We are all just people living in the same world.
What do we do?
We do what we planned. We get married next Friday.
Well, the immigration people want me out of the country by then.
Oh, it'll be New Year's Eve. They won't be bothered about you. They'll all be too busy trying to get their leg over at the office party.
Well, what about Barry? He told me once the money that I owe him. I mean, he might come round here and try and force me to pay him back.
Don't worry about Barry. I'll sort him out if he tries anything.
Well, sometimes it just seems like everyone's against us.
Oh, look. We'll survive. We'll be Mr. and Mrs. Sullivan this Friday. We'll be able to go where we like, do what we like. We'll be off, won't we? Into the sunset. They can't stop us from loving each other.
And Brookside will be back next Monday at 12:30 on Living. At the same time tomorrow, an hour-long special feature, Surprise Wedding.